So my name's Carl Yee. I used to work in medical devices, invented a few things there, but now I'm doing something completely different. It started with this really absurd question. The question was, what if paper could recycle itself? So why ask that? Well, it turns out that even with all our great electronic displays that we have these days, we still use a ton of paper. It turns out every office worker in America uses an average of 10,000 sheets a year. 74% of that's recycled. That means 7,400 sheets of paper don't need to be kept. They're only used temporarily. And really, that's how we print today. So recycling is a great idea, but it does have some environmental costs. This is an actual recycling plant. You've got a lot of transportation involved. You've got chemicals, pulping. Turns out that 40% of that pulp actually has to be incinerated or go to the landfill because it's too short to make new paper. So what I am trying to do is, and what I've done, I've got a printer in the back, by the way, is invent a new kind of ink that takes care of the recycling for you. Basically, what you do is you print with this inkjet ink. It's a dark blue, kind of like a ballpoint pen. And over time, once you're done with the paper, you just throw it in a drawer, and it erases itself, and so you can reuse it again. So, for example, here's a sheet that I printed just maybe 10 minutes ago in the back of the room. Here's one that was about a week and a half old. It's pretty faded. These next ones are interesting. One of these sheets has been printed and self-erased 10 times. The other one is a brand new sheet of paper. So works pretty well. By the way, if anybody wants to pick up some samples to take home to watch them fade, that's fine. Anyone who has kids, I also printed out a coloring page so they can color in, trace the lines, but by the time they send it to grandma, only their original artwork is left. So it's been a very much do-it-yourself garage type of thing. I built all my own equipment, did all my own legal work to get the patent. Fun idea, but it doesn't have any environmental impact if it doesn't sell. So I've done a lot of research, and it's amazing. Probably everybody in here owns a printer, or almost everybody. Turns out there are 100 million printers, inkjet printers alone, in the United States. They sell a ton of inkjet ink every year, $3.1 billion worth. So if you take even a tiny slice of that pie, you've got enough to fund a business. 0.032% of that annual inkjet sales is $1 million. So would people actually want this? We just completed a nationwide marketing survey across all demographics. And I mean, this just blew me away. I could not believe it because I was expecting, hey, 30, 40%. Turns out 82% of the people would buy this. And 38% would pay $5 more than regular inkjet ink, which is, as we all know, pretty darn expensive. So I was just floored by this. And there were some really encouraging comments that came through, which means a lot when you've just been in the garage and you're not really sure if people want it. They do. I like this comment. It's like Snapchat for paper. So there's a good business case here, but I didn't start it for business reasons. It's because I want to save the environment. And so I hate to ruin this beautiful picture, but if only 1% of the paper that's recycled in the United States every year could be reprinted, and only once, you could use it 10, 20 times, but only once, 1% of the paper, you would save 25.3 billion sheets of paper, 172,000 tons of carbon dioxide, millions of kilowatt hours of electricity, and 1.5 million trees. So to me, that's real return on investment. So that's what I'm up to. Thank you very much.